Hey, beautiful people. How you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Roosters, heads, cocks, and friends. What's all the way good with you? It is I, Anointed Billionaire Queen, back with another episode of Thoughts of the Anointed. This ain't really got no subject, but I was just sitting here very early in the morning, got up, spent time with God. I feel great. This day is victorious already. But I just thought about this as I was scrolling through my usuals. Affirmations and things like that, Instagram, and it says healthy people, as you become healthy, the unhealthy habits and people that you used to be with or used to congregate around, they're not going to like you. And it says because now you have standards and boundaries. Those are the foundations for a healthy people. Standards and boundaries of what you will and will not do, what you will and will not tolerate, what you will and will not allow to be done to you or in your presence, or for even you to be affiliated with. And this dropped in my spirit. You know how, well, I ain't gonna say you know how, for me specifically, this spoke to me and about my situation. You know how you're building something, you have literally are in your isolation season, you have withdrawn away from people and from the outside to build this thing that you told God you wanted. And you have noticed that certain people don't like it because they benefited from you being unhealthy. They benefited from your lack of boundary and standards. But as you grew and you become to get healthy, they don't like you. But even the friends that you've had for a long time, you don't talk to them anymore, but they still show you love and support because they themselves have went through or are going through a bit of healing and reestablishing healthy boundaries and standards within themselves. Because of course, as you get older, those things change. And it just says that, and it just dawned on me again, going through my mind, I said, your friends complain that they don't get to see you. But at the same time, the only time they want to see you is when you're spending money on them. You can't go out, you don't do this because you don't have money to spend, because you're investing it into your dream and everything that the Lord got for you, whether it's paying down debt, getting your finances right. But when you do see them and they be like, hey, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Nothing. You don't want to go out and go do nothing. Then they don't want to spend time with you because you're not spending money. But at the same time, they talk about you because you don't have money. So I'm just like sitting here pondering. I said, only the unhealthy people are never satisfied. Y'all hold, I thought y'all already know where I am. So I said, that's crazy that unhealthy people just don't, they are never satisfied to the extent of this ain't done, but they're not contributing to helping it get done, if you feel and understand where I'm coming from. They're not, because they benefit so much from the lack thereof from you, that they don't want to fix themselves. Caution, to an extent. Fairy. Hush up. I'm so sorry, y'all. So I said, let me give this to the people, somebody else that may not see it, or those that may know and understand why, hey, you can't hang out with X, Y, and Z no more. You can't hang out with such and such no more because of the lack of standards and boundaries. And now that you have, and especially if you stand firm on them and you don't budge or move an inch, oh, they're not going to like you. And even still then, some people in certain situations and circumstances, when you were unhealthy, they benefited from you so much to the point where they don't know how to function because you don't want to give some slack on your boundaries and standards. It's forcing them to be like, you know what, I don't want to be around this person no more because I can't do what I want to do and get away with what I want to get away with. Come on, Holy Spirit, hush up. He said, just like children, because my babies, especially my nephew, he know he can get away with certain stuff with TT, but he can't do that with Papa. He can't do that with Mommy and Daddy. He can't do that with his other aunties. It's certain things that he can get away with me that he can't get away with everybody. And the same with my other children. Like, and even with that, oh, come on now. Certain people are enabling behavior. So that's why, come on, Holy Spirit, hush up. I didn't expect this to be this long. When some people, when they grow up and they try to throw money at it and be like, hey, I got money here, get rid of it. No, you're going to be held accountable for this because somebody dropped the ball along the way. The penal system is going to pick it up and kindly show you that you cannot do this. Oh, come on now. So it's good to have standards and boundaries. Establish them when they're young. So therefore, when they get grown, they have their own moral, ethical code that they live by that keeps them out of jail, that keeps them from being in a grave too early, that keeps them from being hurt or harmed or put in danger unnecessarily. So, oh my goodness, I didn't expect this to be an anointed thought. Standards and boundaries. And even when you grow up, you unlearn some behaviors and you unlearn somebody else's standards and boundaries of how they deal with you. And you realize that, hey, I don't like that. These are my standards and boundaries. And then when they approach you again, who are you to say that I can't do? I've been doing this to you for years. And pretty much conditioning you to somebody else's standards and boundaries. So therefore, when you get older, you know how to treat them, so to speak, because that's the way they want to be treated. But that's not the way that's not healthy for you. Y'all, come on now, this morning. Roosters, Hens, Cocks, and Friends. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for liking, comment, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to do it for this video too. Y'all live long and prosper and stay gifted and heavily lifted.